Imagina que estás en una reunión internacional. Estás a punto de presentar una actualización clave y quieres sonar natural, claro y profesional. Sabes lo que quieres decir, pero hay un ingrediente que diferencia a los que suenan de manual de los que suenan como verdaderos insiders, los phrasal verbs. En episodios anteriores ya vimos cómo pequeños detalles elevan tu comunicación. En el episodio sobre connectors, trabajamos en dar ritmo y coherencia a tus ideas. En el episodio sobre present tenses, exploramos cómo estructurar tu mensaje con precisión. Hoy, en este último episodio de la serie Grammar Power Inglés Real para Pros, vamos a centrarnos en tres familias esenciales de phrasal verbs para reuniones y correos profesionales, los que usan get, put y bring. Son frases que escucharás una y otra vez en el inglés laboral real. Y si tú también las usas con soltura, tu comunicación gana fluidez, claridad y naturalidad al instante. All right, let's dive in. Phrasal verbs with get are everywhere in business English. They help you talk about reaching people, responding, or making progress. Here are some key ones. Get back to someone. To respond or reply. For example, I'll get back to you by the end of the day. Get through to successfully reach someone, especially by phone or email. For example, I tried calling, but I couldn't get through to her. Get ahead, to progress or move forward. For example, if we want to get ahead, we need to finalize the proposal this week. Get across, to communicate clearly. For example, I hope I got my point across during the meeting. Using these makes your communication sound dynamic and responsive, perfect for meetings and follow-ups. Put phrasals are great for suggesting, postponing, or assembling ideas diplomatically. For example, put off, to postpone. For example, we had to put off the presentation until next week. Put forward, to propose or suggest. For example, they put forward an alternative solution during the call. Put together, to prepare or assemble. For example, we are putting together a draft for tomorrow's meeting. Put up with, to tolerate. For example, we can't put up with these delays anymore. These make your language sound polished and collaborative, ideal for project updates and emails. With bring, the focus is on introducing, emphasizing, or acting on topics. Try these. Bring up, to mention or raise a topic. For example, she brought up an interesting point about timelines. Bring forward, to move something to an earlier date. For example, can we bring the meeting forward to Tuesday? Bring in, to involve someone or introduce something new. For example, we are bringing in a consultant to review the process. Bring about, to cause or make something happen. For example, their leadership brought about significant change. These are essential for steering conversations and framing action items naturally. Now let's practice with some realistic workplace scenarios. I'll give you a short situation and two sentences with phrasal verbs. Choose A or B. Then I'll tell you the correct answer and why. Ready? Scenario 1. You received a client email this morning, and you want to say you'll respond to it later today. Do you say A, I'll get back to them this afternoon? Or B, I'll get through to them this afternoon? The correct answer is A. Get back to means reply or respond. Get through is more about successfully reaching someone, usually by phone or email. Scenario 2. The presentation was originally scheduled for Thursday, but now it's happening next week. Do you say A, we put off the presentation until next week? Or B, we brought up the presentation until next week? Here, the correct answer is A. Put off means postpone. Brought up means to mention something, not to reschedule it. Scenario 3. Your team is making good progress on a project, and now there's talk of moving the final review to an earlier date. Do you say A. At this point, I think we can get ahead the review to an earlier date? Or B. At this point, I think we can bring forward the review to an earlier date? Here, the correct answer is B. Bring forward is the natural way to talk about moving something to an earlier time or date. Get ahead the review is not a natural or grammatically correct construction in English. Scenario 4. You and your team are preparing a first draft for an upcoming meeting. Do you say A, we're putting together a proposal? Or B, we're getting ahead a proposal? The correct answer is A. Putting together is the natural way to say preparing something collaboratively. Get ahead refers to progress, not preparation. Nice work. When you get used to spotting these phrasal verbs in context, you'll start hearing them everywhere, and using them will become second nature. Los phrasal verbs no son vocabulario decorativo, son el lenguaje real del trabajo, el que usan profesionales para sonar fluidos, claros y naturales en inglés. Con get, hablas de conexión y progreso. Con put, gestionas tiempos y propuestas. Con bring, impulsas la conversación y generas impacto. Dominar estos grupos te da acceso a la manera en que se comunican los profesionales cada día. Este fue el último episodio de la serie Grammar Power, Inglés Real para pros, pero todavía hay mucho más por venir. Suscríbete para no perderte los próximos episodios sobre temas de inglés real para profesionales. Y si quieres practicar más, puedes solicitar el documento Adéntrate en el episodio con ejercicios adicionales visitando beingles.ca y enviándome un WhatsApp para pedir el documento. Como siempre, gracias por escuchar. Nos vemos en el próximo episodio.